Hey guys, this is Roll Advantage. I am Dakota, the DM of Roll Advantage, and I'd like to take this time to talk about a custom archetype for the Druid I had built called the Circle of the Sun. And this Druid, I wanted to play as a person that doesn't really focus on turning into beasts with their wild shape, but instead focuses on turning into plants and the like. So at second level, you get your phytoform shape. And this is exactly like your wild shape, it just builds off of it. So all the rules that apply to the wild shape feature, such as limited to 2 forms per long rest, I believe, still applies to your phytoform shape. So when you do a phytoform shape, it also does take away from your wild shape form. But you turn into plant creatures at this time then. And so you can turn into a plant creature with a CR rating equal to your Druid level, because most plant creatures are relatively weak and there's not many of them. While you are in plant form and in direct sunlight, you get the following benefits. Your body may grow good berries from your plant body every 12 hours, and good berries created this way are casted at their base spell level. Goodberry is a spell known to druids and rangers, and I believe if you eat one berry, it counts as a full day worth of food, so you don't have to eat for the rest of that day. So you get all the nourishment and are full from it. Also, while you're in direct sunlight, you gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus at the start of your turn to a maximum amount of temporary hit points equal to your druid level. And these hit points remain as long as you are in plant form. So if you do shape out of your plant form and turn back into a humanoid, you do lose these temporary hit points. So if you are like a level 4 character, and you are in plant form, then your proficiency bonus should be 2. And so at the start of your turn, you're getting 2 temporary hit points. But it maxes out at 4 because your druid level is 4. Also, you have advantage on all dexterity stealth checks while you are not moving because you look just like a plant creature. Or look like a plant, my bad. At level 6, you have synthesis. So any spell that creates magical light counts as direct sunlight for you and only you to do with your phytoform shape feature. So the light cantrip would affect you, and it counts as direct sunlight. I know that certain creatures, such as vampires, can only be harmed directly by the sun, so like magical light would not affect them, but for this, light that's created by a magical source does affect you. Also at level 6, you have hybridization. You gain the ability as an action to temporarily grow and take on the appearance of a tree-like person while in direct sunlight, so you are covered in moss, leaves, bark, all that stuff. You also gain the following changes, which last until you dismiss it as a bonus action. Enter an area that does not have direct sunlight, or you are incapacitated. So your size becomes large, unless you were larger beforehand. Your base speed becomes 5 feet. Your reach with weapons extends by 5 feet. Weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 piercing damage, which increases to 1d8 at level 10, and 1d10 at level 14. Your weapon attacks count as magical to bypass resistance and immunity to non-magical damage. You also have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical items. And your base AC now equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your wisdom modifier. So you can max out at 20, but of course you're not going to be able to wear like your plate mail or anything like that if you are a larger creature. So this is a way to boost up your AC temporarily. You are also vulnerable to fire damage, which makes sense because you are plant-based and plants burn. So that's no good. So you don't want to stay away from like volcanoes and torches and all that thing. So at level 10, you have Safety of the Soil. So in your phytoform shape or under your hybridization form, difficult terrain does not slow your movement because, I mean, you are only moving 5 feet with your hybridization form. And all terrain within 15 feet of you counts as difficult terrain for your enemies. Lastly, your phytophylactery. At level 14, once per 7 days, if you die in direct sunlight, the resurrection spell has no material component cost for you. Instead of resurrecting where your body had died, you can instead choose one of the following options. Your character either reappears in a grove that your druid is familiar with, or you take on the form of any plant as if you used the phytoform shape, even if you had no remaining uses left. This is just so you can do it once per week, and again, you have to be in direct sunlight. So if you do fall unconscious and you casted the light cantrip, I believe the light from that then dies out and the spell is no longer there. So you have to be kind of careful then. So if you're like in a cave or something, you're kind of screwed for the phytophylactery. And so they do have to actually use like true resurrection or raise dead, and still have to pay the material cost for that. But yeah, the synthesis, that only works with your phytoform shape. So for hybridization, you actually have to be in direct sunlight. You can't be at night or in a cave or anything like that. Even if you use a magical light spell, you have to be in direct sunlight. So that does limit you to about 12 hours a day. You also can't like go inside buildings or anything like that, but this has no limit for the times that you can use it per day, while as your phytoform shape does have a limit equal to your wild shape times per day. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will put the link down to this document in the link, the description down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.